Yo, what up, people? It's your boy Devontae, 154, back at it again. And, real quick, I just want to say, I just want to get, I just want to say this, man. Like, I remember back in the days, man, like, it was so much better, man. I miss the 90s and the early 2000s, man. Cause, like, I was just watching the movie Good Burger because I used to watch that when I was a little kid growing up. And it got to the point where, like, I wanted to watch Kenan and Kel, um, the Rugrats, Doug, all that, and all those great shows that came on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network like Dragon Ball Z. Remember Toonami? Toonami was the shit, man. And you know, just like reminiscing about those days, man. It's like, yo, I miss the '90s and the early 2000s, man. I was born in the year 1992, so spend like 7 years in the decade in the '90s and the rest of my life in the 2000s, and I'm here now. So like TV shows back then was so much better, man. I mean, you know, there'll be like a list of shows that I can name right now that was like a lot of good shows back then, and you know what I'm saying? Like TV shows today, the kids show today is whack, yo. I mean, like when when I watch TV, right? I barely watch TV now, but when I go on TV, well, when I look on TV, I keep on switching channels. I don't see nothing to watch because everything right now is so boring and whack. I mean, you had like comedy shows like Martin, um, what else? Yeah, Martin, the Wayne Brothers, Living Color, well, kind of the same thing, but whatever. You had the Jamie Foxx show, Sister Sisters on Disney Channel. You know what I'm saying? There was so much good shows in the '90s and the early 2000s, man. I miss those days, yo. And you remember the kids? The kids, like, what happened to the kids today, man? Like, I remember back then, me and my friends, we used to go outside every single day to play basketball, go play hiding on seek, freeze tag. What happened to those days, man? Like, as soon, if you want to play hiding on seek or freeze tag, the first thing we did we did what's it called again? Eeny meeny miny mo. And whoever the last one, they it, yo, they gotta be the prince, they gotta be the person to find the rest of your friends. It was so fun, man. You remember the girls, they used to play double dutch with the jump rope, and they used to always play hopscotch, man. That was them days, yo. I miss those days. And the girls back then, they was a lot more friendlier than right now. We have a lot of stuck up kids today, man. I mean, a lot of stuck up kids today. Like back then, like people were so much friendly, and like people that was born in the '80s and grew up in the '90s as a teenager, they always look up to the little kids to the '90s babies, man. Like me, I had friends that was born in the '80s, and I had friends that was born in the '80s. They was so much friendly, and they always look up to us, man. To to this day, they still look up, but still look up to us, man. And I appreciate that, man. And man, the '90s was so much better, and the music, oh my god, the '90s we had Tupac, Biggie, Big L, Big Pun, Outkast, who else? We had Wu-Tang Clan. You know what I'm saying? Nas, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? All them good rappers, B. And like the R&B music. Oh my god, I love the R&B music back then. We had Mary J. Blige, 112, Jodeci. What else? You had Lauryn Hill. I miss Lauryn Hill, man. She's like one of my favorites. Um, who else we had? Um, you had Monica, Brandy. You had what's that other group name? Fuck, I forgot their names. But I forgot the name. SWV, remember them? Um, and we had so much good groups, man. And you know what I'm saying? I miss those days, man. I miss like hearing good music right now. I can't even turn on the fucking radio right now because if I turn on the radio right now, all you hear is Waka Flocka, Gucci Man, all them whack ass rappers, B. And like it. Oh my goodness. And we got this whack song by this nigga named Tiger. Like I don't know his name, but that song the Rap City. Well, I don't know what the name is, but that song is whack and get on my nerves. Every time it plays on the radio at work, I get annoyed, man. And you know what I'm saying? It's just I miss the '90s and the early 2000s, man. Real talk. In the early 2000s, like when the new cartoons came in the early 2000s, we had Family Odd Parents. We kind of had SpongeBob. SpongeBob came in 1999, and Rocket Power. It came out in 1999, but I still consider it as a 2000 kid. I mean, 2000 show because after 1999 it just carried on in 2000. So I still consider it that. But we had so much good shows on in 2000. Rocket Power, SpongeBob, Barry Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, Jimmy Neutron. Remember Curse? You remember? Did it came in 2000 or 1990? I don't remember, but like you remember Ed and Eddie in Cartoon Network, whatever. Ed and Eddie. Courage the Cowardly Dog. What else? Johnny Bravo in the '90s. Oh my goodness, I loved that show. Every time Johnny Bravo trying to holler at a chick, he always get rejected. Yo, that shit used to be so fucking funny. Remember in the '90s we had Coward Chicken in Cartoon Network. We had Man, we had a lot of shows, man. In the anime, we had Dragon Ball Z. You remember Tsunami? I already said Tsunami earlier, but you remember Tsunami? We had Dragon Ball Z, Yu Hakusho, Yu on Kenshin, Outlaw Store, Gundam Wing, Big O, what else? Tenchi. We had what else? I think we had Batman Beyond. Remember that? I like the Batman Beyond. I think that came in the 2000 though. I'm not sure. But correct me if I'm wrong on that, you know what I mean? But I just missed the '90s, man. It was just a good decade, and the early 2000s, man. Like I'm saying, the kids today, you barely see kids going out and play basketball, football, all kinds of sports. You don't even see girls playing double dutch. Then you remember the jump? Well, I used to, I ain't gonna lie. I used to I used to play with the girls on double dutch when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it was a good era, man. And you don't see girls going outside no more. I mean, yeah, you see girls going outside, but like not like playing around and all that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Yeah, I miss the '90s, man. The '90s was just a good decade, and the early 2000s too, man. I love the early 2000s. Ever since like 2004, in my personal opinion, ever since it hit 2005, everything just started going downhill. You know what I'm saying? We had like new shows coming out, but it was just whack. We had like whack cartoons. I don't even know these cartoons today. Like I see them, but I just don't know the names. That's how bad cartoon is. You know what I'm saying? But oh yeah, the movies. We had Friday. Remember Friday? We had a lot of funny ass movies, man. We had Friday, we had Dopey and Menace South Central. The Hood movie was much more better than the Hood movie today. We had Dopey and Menace, not Dopey and Menace, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood. But like, I had a DVD, so I watched it when I was like 3 or 4 years old at the time, cause like Boys in the Hood is like a year older than me. I didn't really first see it in theater, so. But oh yeah, I forgot Wild Thornberries. Remember that movie? Not the movie, but the show, the Wild Thornberries and the Rugrats. Man, the the '90s was the shit in the early 2000s. So yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But I wish I was born in 1982 instead of 1992 because I want to experience the '90s as a teenager. Because like, I miss a lot of things, but when I grew up in the '90s as a kid, because you know when I grew up, like if I was a teenager in the '90s, I want to see how much of a party I want to be there when I'm partying, man. Cause like all them great music that we had back in the '90s, it was like a lot of party music it was like a lot of music that you could party to. Like you you remember the song called "This Is How We Do It." Yo, still to this day I love this. I love that song, man. Still to that day, man. It man, the '90s was the shit, man. And the early 2000s too, man. I miss those days, man. And The 2000s is something. You know what I'm saying? In 2010, I can't talk right now, but yeah, man. Right now, it's a boring life right now. You know what I mean? Remember in the late 1990s though, like we had WWF. How can I forget about that? We had WWF, man, not WWE, WWF, the Attitude Era, man. We had the Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, D Generation X, uh, we had D Generation X, X Pac, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, Triple H, China, what we had? We had, mm, well, yeah, we had the Dudley Boys in the early 2000s though, but like ECW, remember ECW and WCW, but like WCW going up and it was kind of boring to me. I mean, yeah, they had better wrestlers, but like the storyline, like, it was kind of boring, you know what I'm saying? Because I started watching WCW like around 1998 or 1999, but you know, today right now is kind of whack, you know what I mean? And you know, remember the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? That was my shit right there, B. I remember growing up, man, watching the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the first one, where like every time when they transform to Power Rangers, they say, "All right, guys, it's Morphin time." You know what I mean? I miss those days, man. It was just a good decade, man. I wish I would have grown up as a teenager in the '90s though, cause like I said again, I want to party, I want to party with those music right now. I can still party with the music right now, with the old school music, but it's not gonna feel right. It's gonna feel awkward because like the kids we got right now, all they listen to is like Lil Wayne, and all they listen to is like Lil Wayne, Cash Money, Rick Ross, Waka Flocka, Gucci Man, whatever, all them whack ass rappers we got right now, man, and you know it sucks. But yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. Yeah, it's your boy Devonta Murphy before. Just like I said again, I missed the '90s and the early 2000s, and you know, it back then it was just a good decade, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's your boy Devonta Murphy before. I'm out. Peace.